Endzone View, we coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Endzone View, we coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Endzone View, we coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Endzone View, we coming through.
All right, y'all, man. Welcome back. Endzone Views. It's your boy Nick with my partner Dreak.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we're a little late, but life be life, and so we're gonna make it happen the way we gotta make it happen. So,
For sure, better late than never.
I know, right? So let's do a quick recap. Last week, first and foremost, my dogs, we pulled out the win against Auburn. It was controversial, but
As y'all should, with a little bit of help. I had a little help.
man, yeah, Auburn. I appreciate Auburn. Y'all the real MVPs. I'm saying
No,
I
the
could have.
refs. The refs is the real MVPs.
Man, listen, the refs got to catch a fade from both teams after the game, dog. Ain't nobody happy with them refs. Nobody.
Nobody, son.
I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room, though. I feel like it was a fumble. A lot of people, some people don't feel like it was a fumble. By logic, that is the definition of a disputable call. So if it's disputable and you can't overturn it with the video, then you can't overturn it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Or do you have to have indisputable evidence?
It's supposed to be indisputable,
Okay, then. So
which means it should be clear that it was a fumble,
nah,
but the evidence was disputable.
this the thing though. If they would have called it a touchdown, they couldn't overturn that either. Because like we saying, you could argue it either way. Like the video ain't really clear enough to say without a doubt is one way or the other. So I look at it, I see a fumble. You might look at it and say, nah, I think he got across the goal line before the ball came out.
I think he did. I think he got it across the goal line, and then the ball was knocked out.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was across the goal line. You know what I'm saying?
Definition of disputable right there. We disputing it right now. We disputing it. We both looked at the same video and we disputing it. Definition of
Yeah,
disputable.
yeah. But see, you a Georgia fan, so I don't expect you to admit that. Okay, yeah, it really was a touchdown, but we got by. We got that one. It went our way.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the problem is people focus on the wrong part of the video. Everybody looking at when Raylan Wilson punched the ball, but that's the second punch when it came all the way out of his hand. The first time he got hit, CJ Allen hit it. That's when the ball dropped out of his hand to begin with. He never regained possession after that.
No, see, it didn't drop out his hand. Now it started coming loose, but
That's
he was already across the goal line at that point.
nah. Now when CJ Allen hit
Yeah,
it, when CJ Allen hit
yeah.
it, he wasn't even caught the goal line yet.
It it didn't fully come out his hand until it was already across the goal line. Is what I'm saying.
It don't have to fully
But
come out your
at
hand. He
that
lost
point,
possession.
at that point, it's already a touchdown because he was still in possession of it when it
He,
crossed the line. Then
he
it came out.
wasn't. He wasn't
It was
when
in the process. It was in the process of coming out, but he still had it
he don't
when it
have it.
crossed the goal line.
He does not have it, my guy. That's what a fumble is. When you lose possession,
Right.
and he lost possession
Exactly. Exactly. But he lost possession after it crossed the goal line. That's what I'm saying.
again.
But
We could
hey,
argue this all
there ain't
day.
even no sense in going. Yeah, there ain't no sense in keep going back and forth, back and forth. The game over with. But
Now, what can be argued is if you gonna call it a fumble on the field, Georgia scored a touchdown on that fumble return. They ain't give us that. I'm just saying. Cause he went
yeah, no,
down.
they didn't give y'all that. They didn't give y'all that, but
You know what I'm saying? They held Auburn out, man. Cause that probably been 7 points for Georgia.
it's supposed to be 7 points for Auburn.
Like I said, that probably been 7 points for Georgia, man. Ran that
So
thing back.
that's what it. That's one of them situations. Nobody win when the family feuds. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's why the referee got to
hey,
catch a fade from both sides.
yeah, because if they gonna call it a fumble like they did, then yeah, that should have been 7 points. Or at least 6 points. Y'all could have possibly missed an extra point. But that should have at least been a touchdown for Georgia. If they gonna call it a fumble on Auburn, it should have been a touchdown for Georgia.
Exactly. But neither here nor there. At the end of the day, dogs on top. That's all that really matters.
Yeah,
So,
as y'all should have. Y'all should have won.
of course, I mean, but like we always say, man, games at Jordan Hare, it's always gonna be something weird happen, bro. Every time
Yeah.
we played up.
It ain't just y'all. Should be the same way when we go there.
Well, yeah, the prayer Jordan Hare.
Yeah.
Then the
But
folk
I say, I
took y'all.
mean, it could be other teams that experience the same thing, but we don't pay attention to them games. Yeah, if another team going down and lose, we don't really pay attention. All we know is Auburn won the game.
Yeah, you right about that. But anyway, let's move on though, because we got a lot to cover today and we got a short time to do it.
Yes, sir.
Ohio State, they took care of business at Illinois, winning 34-16, as expected.
Right.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure nobody had picked Illinois to win that game anyway.
nah, not a surprise though with number 7 Indiana going on the road to Eugene, Oregon, Autzen Stadium. Walked in they trap, took over they trap, came out with a dub, 30-20. Kurt Signetti, Mr. Google me, I win everywhere I go. I can't even be mad at him, dog. Look what he doing, bro. Look what he doing.
Yeah.
If you talk
Yeah.
like
I
that,
mean,
I was like, you talk like that, and then you back it up what you saying, bro. Can't nobody say nothing to you, bro. Nothing.
yeah. Not long as he's backing it up, which he is doing.
And
But
you got a
I,
big
I
boy
ain't
contract extension.
surprised. I ain't surprised they beat Oregon though. Oregon bound to lose at least one game. But the way college football going today, you really can't be surprised if nobody lose because it's really any given Saturday for real now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
can't sleep on nobody.
That's a fact. Number 8, Alabama. They did something similar. Went on the road, got a dub over number 14, Missouri. Even though they were trying to get a game away, Missouri quarterback made sure he gave it back to him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a pretty sloppy game. We came out with the dub, but it was sloppy for sure. Our receivers, which is what I thought was gonna be the strong point in the game. I thought that was gonna be the real difference in the game was gonna be our receivers eating on they DBs, but nah, our receivers actually had a pretty quiet game.
hmm Speaking of a sloppy game, Pitt pulled the upset over number 25, Florida State. What if Florida State unranked and then they just got back in the top 25 and now they finna be back out
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Man, listen, you talking
Then
about,
Florida State, they played a bowl game in week one. That
and they
was
got
that was
that
the game.
dub.
That was the game they got up for. All the rest of the games didn't matter to them, apparently.
So my question is, with the loss to Pitt, 34-31, at home at that, do you think Mike Norvell is gonna survive this season?
If he went out, maybe.
If he
He
went
still got
out,
what we have for this. We halfway through the season, so that means he got to win out. What 5, 6 more games? If he can win the
six?
last 5, 6 more games, he might be all right this year. Now that's this year. He
Okay.
might can finish the season. He ain't gonna get done like James Franklin up there at Penn State and get let go in the middle of the season.
Florida State's remaining schedule is at Stanford, Wake Forest, at Clemson, Virginia Tech, at NC State, at Florida. You think he winning out? Because I don't.
Oh, only game I might can see him losing if I'm speaking realistically. Let me say this. It depends on which Florida State show up. Cause you got the Florida State that showed up in week one, and then you got the Florida State that just showed up last week. Uh if he can get them boys to play ball the way they did to start the season, the only real possible threat I would say would probably be Clemson. And Clemson really ain't talking about nothing, but you know how them games go, how them type of games go. It's Florida State and Clemson. You probably gonna get the best from both of them,
And you
or at least from Clemson. Uh, I ain't really worried about North Carolina State, but Virginia Tech might give them a run.
see to me, I think you're avoiding the biggest threat of the whole bunch.
Who Florida?
At Florida. It ain't just Florida. You at Florida and it's a rivalry game. Like, I don't care if Florida go
I
0
mean,
11. They gonna get off of that one.
Florida got a good defense, but it's the offense that you know what I'm saying. Their offense ain't really talking about much. So I think Florida State defense will be good enough to hold Florida in check because they quarterback he bound to throw an interception or two, especially if they can get some pressure on him. They can get some pressure on him, they can make him fold. He don't
I
like that pressure.
I agree with you, but I feel the same way about Florida State. Their offense ain't really all that. It's decent, but it ain't all that. Especially if you put pressure on them. And Florida gonna get pressure with their front four. They ain't even got a blitz for real.
That's one part of Florida game that a lot of people sleeping on. I guess just from looking at their record. Uh, they actually got a pretty decent defense.
Oh yeah, they got probably one of the best defensive lines in the country, in my personal opinion. I ain't saying they
Yeah,
got no
Florida.
superstar, but they got four, five, probably six that can like really go though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they got a pretty decent defense now.
But moving on,
But
man,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they go 5-1.
I doubt it. I'm thinking 4-2 at best, maybe 3-3 again.
Or if they go 4-2 or 3-3, he definitely gonna be up out of there.
Hey, it is what it is. Moving
Get
on
Dion on
though,
the phone.
man. For what? For what? Dion ain't winning where he at.
Look where he at. Who want to go to Colorado?
He playing against a bunch of Colorados. He still ain't getting no dubs. I don't hear
Nah,
that. I
he
don't hear
playing
that.
against USC. He playing
No,
against
no,
Utah, like
no,
them
no. He
bigger
not.
schools that's
No, he
supposed to beat
not.
Colorado.
He not playing against USC. No, he is in the Big 12. He playing Baylor, TCU, and some more scrubs. Houston.
Baylor defense. TCU a lot better than what I expected. So
Hey man, it's no
again,
excuse.
all those are teams that if we had to put our money on the team, we is not betting with Colorado. And in the last 20 years, there's not one game that you would have been like, oh yeah, Colorado finna do them boy.
I'm not betting on none of them. I'm not betting on TCU. I seen when TCU had their best team in however many years that made it to the national championship game, and it was a record set on them folks. I ain't betting on none of that out there in the Big 12. It's all some scrap.
I mean, they all is some scraps, but I'm just saying, you definitely ain't finna bet on no Colorado.
I'm just saying I don't want no coach that's doing bad in the scrap league. You ain't even doing good in the scrap. How you gonna come over here and do something?
He ain't getting the players out there in the scrap league because the players don't want to go to the scrap team.
Why
That's
he
what I'm
ain't?
saying. If he come to Florida State, you can't tell me if he was at Florida State, he gonna get the same players he'll get over there at Colorado.
I'm telling
Nah.
you that he getting all these 5-star recruits and he getting all these people out the portal and he getting all the NFL coaches and NFL Hall of Fame players that come back and coach and all that. And it's still some scrap. I'm just saying, if you can't show me that you know what to do with
He
$100, why I'm gonna give you 1,000?
he he doing what he can with what he got, man. That's all I'm saying. The fact that we even discussing Colorado should tell you enough.
We
5 years ago, we wouldn't have mentioned Colorado.
we only mentioned
How
the
many times?
Colorado because of Dion. We only mentioned it
Exactly.
because he
That's my
Dion Sanders.
point.
No, no, no,
Exactly. That's my
no,
point.
no. We only mentioned Colorado because his name is Dion Sanders, and we were fans of him as a player.
Does he got people? Does he got people watching Colorado now? Cause like I say, 5 years ago, if we said Colorado was playing BYU, neither one of us would have turned that game on. But let me see what Colorado do today.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. No, Colorado numbers, viewership wise, ain't nothing this year. Nothing.
Maybe not this
Nathaniel,
year. They probably fell off a little this year, but last year and the year before, when he first got there,
I'm
then yeah,
I'm
that
gonna show
man was
you
selling out. He actually had games selling out. You
oh,
ain't never heard no Colorado games selling out.
what Colorado used to be good. Like Colorado don't win national championships. Now don't get this thing
How long
confused
ago?
now.
How long ago that was?
1990.
Exactly.
That ain't the point. This is my point though, right? This is all I'm saying. As a coach, this is some things that have happened since Deion Sanders had become the coach of Colorado. You bring in 5-star Travis Hunter, he transferred with you from Georgia, I mean from Jackson State. Cool. You bring in Kamani McLean, who was supposed to be the next Travis Hunter. He never got on the field. That ain't your fault. That's Commander McClain. Cool. You bring in Julian Lewis, who is supposed to be this five-star generational quarterback who played in Georgia, and I've seen him play a few times. I ain't see it personally, but hey, I don't know everything. I ain't the expert. But anyway, you pay him all this millions of dollars to come to Colorado, and he only wanted to go somewhere where he was going to be guaranteed playing time, and you set him on the bench because you bring in another transfer quarterback from like Virginia or something like that. He ended up on the bench behind the dude that was supposed to be the third string quarterback that you didn't never want, that you wanted to transfer from the time you got there. What's going on, man? What we doing? What we doing?
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, at Florida State, he would get the players that he keep going in the portal trying to transfer in. He gonna get these players committed to him out of high school, so he got time to actually develop them himself. Is what I'm saying. He gonna get way better quality players at Florida State than he gonna get in Colorado. I ain't worried about him going in the portal, getting folks out the portal. The ones he getting out the portal is the ones who was already at the bigger schools that couldn't get on the field 90% of the time they couldn't get on the field, which is why they transferred in the first place. I'm talking about he go to Florida State, he getting guys committed from high school that he can develop himself, and they go from there. That's the point I'm making.
All I'm saying
Now I ain't
is,
saying he gonna go to Florida State and they gonna go 13-0 year after year after year. That ain't what I'm saying.
what
But
I'm
his chances will be better
what,
because his players will be better.
what I'm saying is, show me somebody that he has developed that wasn't Travis Hunter and wasn't his son.
Show me somebody who went to Colorado straight out of high school. I ain't talking about no 2-star. I'm talking about show me a 5-star player that went to him straight out of high school, committed to Colorado to play for him, and and you know what I'm
It
saying?
was a bust
Cause
and didn't do nothing.
Shadur, he took his son Shadur and Travis Hunter. Them boys was already with him at Jackson State.
Commander McClain, he was the number one cornerback in his
Clemont
class.
McClain, Clemont McClain, he done went to 2 or 3 different schools and had
Nope.
the same issue at all 3
Mm-mm.
schools. So that
Nope.
that ain't even the coaching.
He the starting
He couldn't
cornerback.
even,
He the starting cornerback at Florida right now. He left
yeah,
Colorado, went back to Florida,
and
had some
was in
offers.
trouble when he got to Florida.
That's a fact. What he doing right now though? He's the starting cornerback. One of the best
And
in the
how many
country.
years? And how many years he been in the league now? How many years he been playing? This is about his third or fourth year right here, and he just not starting.
This is third year in college period. He spent two in
All right.
Colorado.
Did he?
He spent two in Colorado.
I thought he I thought
Then
he spent that one in Colorado, couldn't get on the field because of whatever trouble issues he had. Then he transferred to Florida, and it was the same thing. He was back in the headlines again about some trouble and couldn't get right there, missing practices and not showing up to the team meetings and workout and stuff in Florida. And then now this year, he done tightened up.
this is third year actually playing. It's like he basically took a year off.
But yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know, man.
I mean, Julian Lewis is a 5 star. He can't even get on the field. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. Coach, you felt like he was the man. You paying him more than everybody in the room, but you got him on the bench. He can't even get on the field. You done went to the third string before you went to the freshman that you paying all the money to. Make it make sense.
So that must mean he ain't doing what he supposed to do.
You believe that?
You know how you know how you know how you know how you get these big recruits out of high school, and then you got dang on they get in the game, and then they get outperformed by a 3-star.
It happens.
Happens all the time.
It happens. But I'm saying he ain't even touched the field.
Pocket. They been touching.
But anyway, man, we spending way too much time talking about Deion Sanders in Colorado, and they really relevant other than the fact that he Deion Sanders and he one of the greatest cornerbacks of all time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this week, you got first and foremost Thursday, well, Friday night actually. It was a Friday night game. Miami Hurricanes took their L at home to Louisville. Carson Beck looked like the Carson Beck that I know so well. You know, the boy threw 5 picks, only 4 of them counted, but he threw 5 picks.
Yeah. Hey, now again. that was another game where the referees was tripping on. The referees was tripping. I watched that game too. It was a lot of calls that was questionable. It was some that was missed and some that shouldn't have been called in that game.
Like that fifth
That
interception
that
being taken
actually
away.
that actually helped Miami out though. Even though they still lost, the calls that was missed and called on Louisville helped Miami out. But again, they still lost. So
Absolutely.
it could have been worse had the calls gone the way they should have went. It could have been worse for Miami.
It would have been a lot worse. Like again, that fifth interception, they called a roughing the passer. He hit the man before the ball was even gone.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
what we
And
call
then
it?
it ain't like he drove the man into the ground and none of that. You know what I'm saying? He making a play. If he didn't take no extra steps or nothing, he just hit him as he was throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? That happens on shoot probably 50% of plays when a quarterback throwing the ball that they get hit. That and then there was a clear pass interference call against Miami that the refs ain't even called. They even the commentators was like that should have been a pass interference, but I guess the refs was letting them play. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
bet they is letting them play.
Yeah, one side of it anyway. But
Exactly.
either way, man, Louisville came in. You know, they had I think they had a bye week if I'm not mistaken. So they came in, put a little wrinkles in, had some trick plays. Miami went ready for. But to be real, that ain't what won in the game. What won in the game is Miami turning the ball over and Louisville shut Miami run game down, which made them one dimensional. And anytime that you make a quarterback one dimensional, it's gonna get hard for him, especially a quarterback like Carson Beck. And anytime he get the throwing, I ain't gonna say he get the throwing interceptions, but what happens is he get a few plays that go against him, and you get a little pressure on him, he can get rattled. He don't handle that pressure well. And all this fun and oh Miami unlocked him, Georgia was holding him back, and now but that boy got a little bit of pressure in that first quarter. I went to see him crumble. That's the Beck I remember. It's a big moment, my boy. What happened?
Yeah. One of them interceptions, he got some pressure coming up the middle, dude running right at him. You could see how he kind of like threw it like he was trying to prepare for the hit, and he just threw the ball and braced for the hit, and just threw a wild ball just to get rid of it before he got hit. That was that pressure during that time too. He just threw it up
That
instead of throwing it away.
that boy hit the safety right in the chest. I'm talking about the boy hit him
I'm
like he
talking
was
about
on the
man.
jugs machine.
He trying to throw it to a receiver that had about three guys over there on him already. Just threw it up.
He had
He
like
must
three
have.
interceptions like that.
He had a Jameis Winston moment. He down there somewhere.
Nah, James be throwing the ball deep. Now he did have one like that. We threw the ball deep, and it's like, bro, it's three people from Louisville down there. You still gonna throw it deep? All right, that ain't
Yeah,
hurt you too bad.
a couple of them now. He lobbed them like he threw it deep, but he lobbed it. He put too much air on it, and the cornerbacks or the safety was able to get over there in time to pick it off. He did two of them like that I seen.
Like one,
They looked like good balls. Now, if he ain't had nobody on him, he would have dropped it in the bucket. But he gave him too much time to get over there.
yeah, but bro, you don't see the coverage right there. Like it's people that with him. He ain't by himself out there now.
What I'm one of the plays specifically, he was throwing it down the middle. He got another one where he was throwing it towards the sideline like that. But the one he was throwing down the middle, now his receiver, the little young boy, number 10, he did have he had his man beat. But again, he had so much air under it. The safety was able to get over there and make a play on the ball because it had so much air under it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't even mind that one. Like that's okay, cool. I get it. I understand that. But bruh, the other one though, it's like they playing a zone and you trying to throw the ball in the zone. But I ain't gonna say they were playing a zone. It looked like they were playing cover two man. Cause they man on the
Yeah,
receivers, but they got the deep safeties, and you trying to throw the ball
yeah,
like in the middle of the safeties with this corner right there. What you doing? It's three people
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
That
another one,
pressure, man. But I'm gonna say this too: if if Louisville, cause they offense was trash too. But if Louisville had a better offense, oh, they could have put up numbers on Miami too.
They would have beat the brakes out them if they had a better offense. Cause all them turnovers
Yeah,
they could scored off of one of them. They scored off of one.
yeah, exactly. They offense trash, but if they had they ain't even got to have one of the best offenses in the league. They just needed an offense better than what they got. You
That's a
know what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact. But anyway, moving on. Today's game, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause this Saturday morning edition, I'm gonna try to get this thing out before 12, but we're gonna see how that turn out. Cause your boy tired. Yeah.
I feel you.
You got number 10 LSU on the road at number 17 Vanderbilt. You know, Diego Pavia and all his swag. LSU with no offense and they running on all defense. Give me
Yeah,
Vandy at the
which is
crib. Give me Vandy.
which is I wouldn't be surprised if Vandy win, but what's crazy though is the fact that Vandy favored. Like
Vandy
I say,
favorite?
5 years ago, you would never said Vandy was favored over LSU, even with LSU going to Vanderbilt. But
That's
for Vandy to be favored over LSU, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I ain't even noticed that. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Did he notice that?
Yeah, yeah. Vandy is favored. They favored by 2.5, which is crazy.
Yeah, man. Give me Vandy. And I'm giving up the 2.5, man. I'm confident, man. I'm rocking with Diego.
You think Vandy gonna cover?
Man, give me Diego, man.
I don't know, man. LSU got they offense trash, but they got a pretty solid defense.
If you can't score, you can't win.
Yeah, well, you can if you get some defensive scores.
If you can't score, you can't win. And LSU best linebacker is out. With Weeks, he out.
Oh, Weeks, yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
So nah, give me Diego in there.
Yeah, only reason I'm gonna pick uh Vandy is because when they got a big game like this, like somebody like LSU coming in there, and it's a home game for them. Diego Pavia gonna try to show out. You know he got they gonna swag the team up. He got a little swag about him now. They coming to them, so it's LSU. He gonna try to show out. Now if it was somebody like Kentucky, somebody that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't really stunned for real. Kentucky might would have been able to go in there and pull off an upset or something because it's Kentucky. But for it to be LSU coming in there, oh, they know this, they time to shine.
And they gonna shine, shine, shine.
Uh, yeah, I'm picking Vandy to win too. I don't know if I consider it an upset. I will because of the team names, but if we talking about like what they've done so far, it really won't be an upset. But because of who it is in the matchup, I'm picking Vandy to win. And to me, I would consider that an upset.
I feel you. He got an interesting line for you though. You know, I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but then I seen the line. What? You got number 12 Georgia Tech on the road at Duke. Duke favored by 3.5.
I seen that, and they unranked.
Hey man, give me Georgia Tech. I don't even care if Haynes King playing or not. Because if Haynes King not playing, that means Aaron Follow is playing. Aaron Follow gonna throw the ball all over the yard, and he gonna run enough to make you stay balanced.
Wait, so Haynes King ain't playing in this game?
I don't know. I don't know. He was listed as questionable when I seen it
Questionable.
earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I don't know. I mean, I believe Georgia Tech gonna beat them, but I thought Haynes King was playing. I didn't know he was hurt or questionable. I should have knew that before I took him on my prize picks though.
Here go the thing though. This is what you need to know about Georgia Tech. If Haynes King is playing, the quarterback run game is gonna be, on 10. If he not playing, the passing game gonna be on 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
was finna say, is him not playing gonna make them one dimensional?
no,
Because
because
when he playing, you gotta account for his legs and you gotta account for him throwing the ball. So if he ain't playing, then maybe they can focus more on trying to stop the pass than worrying about him taking off, worrying about the backup quarterback taking off.
the Aaron Follow ain't the runner that Haynes King is, but he's a willing runner. And that's all you need to be in their offense anyway.
I mean, yeah, if he a willing runner, then yeah,
He a
it,
willing
it,
runner,
it still might can work. Yeah,
and they got a good running back too. But like I say, he a better passer. So if you try to stack the box and start to run like Haynes King in there, he gonna kill you. I was like, that boy gonna cut you like a Ginzu.
Okay, then see, I never seen him play, so I don't know his style.
Again, another Georgia high school quarterback. I gotta watch him a lot.
Okay, then okay.
All right, on to the big dogs, man. Number nine, number five, Old Piss on the road, UGA, go dogs. Yes, I'm biased, absolutely 100%. I got the dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? 7.5 too, and we give them 7.5. I like them 7.5. I like them. I
Wait,
love
Ole
them.
Miss favored by 7.5.
Them dogs favored by 7.5. Boy, quit playing with me. The disrespect. The disrespect.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I hadn't really watched too much of Ole Miss this year, so I don't know how they offense looking. Usually it's Lane Kiffin. They got a high powered offense. You got the quarterback back there like Blake. Not Blake Crum. What his quarterback name was that was doing all that running?
They're doing
Dart
all the running.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
He ain't got Jackson Dart with him this year. Dart was a fool back there, man. I don't know who he got back there this year, but I don't
So
know. I know they got a pretty solid defense.
it,
But again, I'm biased too, man. They got to go to Georgia to play Georgia. Give me Ole Miss.
that's
You know what I'm
crazy work.
saying?
So
Give me Ole Miss.
Ole Miss quarterback situation is the boy Austin Simmons was the starter. He got hurt. Then Trinidad Chambliss, I think is
Chambliss,
his
yeah,
name.
Chambliss. That's right.
Yeah, since he came in
What
there,
I heard now, I heard he pretty decent, but that pressure can get him out of character. That's what I heard. Which the pressure gonna get a lot of quarterbacks out of character. There ain't too many of them that's gonna stand up in that pressure. Everybody ain't Ty Simpson, but that pressure, that pressure. They say that pressure get to him. He get a little bit out of character. So I don't know if the dog's able to generate pressure, which they hadn't been.
they ain't been
Them
trying
pressure
to,
pushing
man.
dogs. They them,
Man,
them pressure pushing dogs that we had them become accustomed to seeing. They ain't been getting it like that.
it,
Now I'm not saying they can't generate no pressure. I'm just saying they ain't the 2020, 2021, 2022 type pressure package dogs.
you know what changed between 2021 and 2022?
Yeah, the players.
Dan Lanning. That's what changed. Because in
Dan
2022,
Lannon, Dan Lannon just took his L. He ain't even get no pressure up there.
but then what I'm saying though, 2022 defense was real good, very good. Like you still had, I think, 4 or 5 players that win the first round on the 2022 defense. Might be more than
What
that.
you told? Hold up. What you told me? What you told me? I ain't even gonna say told. I'm gonna say tell. What you be telling me when I be telling you about defensive coordinators that we had that left and a new one come in and we still got our defensive coordinator because we still got Nick Saban. Y'all still got y'all defensive coordinator because y'all still got Kirby Smart. Not only that, y'all still got y'all other defensive coordinator with Glenn Schumann. He was there with Dan Lanning. So y'all
Let me
got two of the three that's
wait, whoa,
still
whoa,
in
whoa,
Georgia.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm glad you brought that up. That's an excellent point. You are 100% correct. Kirby Smart is the defensive coordinator. I don't care who the coordinator title go to. However, in 10 years that Kirby Smart has been the head coach of Georgia football, I can just show you the numbers on the defense, and you'll be able to tell me when Dan Lanning was calling plays on defense and when he wasn't. You can see the influence that Dan Lanning and Fran Brown had on their defense, and you can see the influence that Glenn Schumann and Mel Tucker don't have on the defense. Cause they're more
But that's the
conservative
same.
like Kirby.
That's the same thing I was trying to tell you. But you was like, nah, y'all got Nick Saban. That's y'all defensive coordinator. But I'm telling you, look at the numbers from what the defense was allowing when we had this coach versus what the defense was allowing now that we got this coach. But you said, nah, y'all still got Nick Saban.
Did, did I
So
disagree with
so
that?
now you see how it come full circle. Now you see what I was trying to point out to you that you ain't want to hear because we still had Nick Saban on the sideline. You ain't want to hear all that. We still got our DC. Now you calling out the same thing that I was trying to explain to you. Now you saying it.
I've been
See, I
saying the
love
same
when I
thing.
love when it happen like that. I love when somebody else can feel my pain finally.
No, my complaint been the same since 2016. I've never changed it. My complaint is Kirby Smart is too conservative with the defense. He don't bring enough pressure. Then they started bringing pressure. Oh my God, we won national championships and beating the brakes off people and all kind of stuff. Then we
But the
stopped
point I'm
and
making,
God,
even though
so
even though y'all still got Kirby Smart and that's y'all defensive coordinator, and we still had Nick Saban that was our defensive coordinator. The I'm gonna say co because they was helping. Instead of just saying defensive coordinators that we had that they got listed as defensive coordinators, the co-coordinators that was there with Nick Saban and Kirby Smart did make a difference in the defense. That's all I was saying.
Okay, absolutely. However, the defense is still Nick Saban's defense. The defense is still Kirby Smart's defense. You still running his defense. Your influence can change things a little bit. It still ain't gonna change a lot. It's not. Like you still gonna come out there running that 3-4 base or the 4-2-5 mint right now. You still gonna be out there with the Nolan Smiths and Adam Andersons out there. Like you gonna run this cover three, you gonna run man, you gonna run cover one. Like you running the same things. The influence come with little stuff like I'm gonna add a little more blitz with the zone, or I'm gonna change the rush package from these four to these four, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but that's the point I'm making. So with having those coordinators that we had that we both liked it, you know what I'm saying? The ones who was listed as defensive coordinator, with their little influence in the defense to help both y'all head coach Kirby and our head coach when he was when it was Nick Saban, the influence that the coordinators had to help them made a difference. Versus now when neither one of them had that coordinator no more, you could see how they playing their defense. Okay, now you like, okay, yeah, that coordinator would have been like, nah, we need to do this here more, coach. That's what made the difference.
but my whole point is no matter who's listed as the DC, it's starting in with them head coaches because of who they are and how they run things.
Right, right. But what
That's
I'm
all I'm
saying
saying.
is the coordinator's influence used to help them because sometimes both of them head coaches get in their own way.
Like they're doing right now. Like what like Kirby be doing right. See, to me, Glenn Schumann is too much like Kirby. He think the exact same way. He play defense the exact same way. And it's like, bro, I get it. And I'm not saying you need to change everything that you're doing, but you need to change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We need a Fran Brown in the room. See, you ever
So
listen to Fran
so it
Brown
seemed
talk?
so so it seemed like Glenn Schumann was paying more attention to Kirby Smart's than Dan Lennon.
I just think they're different people. Like Dan Lannon is more of a risk taker, and you can see that at him as a head coach. And to me, Dan Lannon is the type of person he don't need to be a head coach. He need to be a defensive coordinator and have a head coach and say, "Okay, you're going a little too far. We're gonna put it back a little bit." Like Lane
He doing
Kiffin.
good out there.
To me,
He
Lane
doing good out there
Kiffin.
as a head coach.
No, he not. He be causing himself games by like Lane Kiffin be doing. Oh, it's fourth down. We're gonna go for it. No, Lane, we not. We're gonna kick the field goal and get these points. Quit playing. Y'all better as coordinators than head coaches. No, y'all going too far. You're too aggressive.
Hey man, in this game of football, man, sometimes you just gotta take chances and be willing to live with the outcome.
And show me it working out for either one of them. Because I can show you a bunch of times it didn't.
I mean, it's gonna work out, and like they always say, when the play work, when you call a risky play and it work, you a genius. When you call a play and it don't, you a dumbass.
Oh no, I said they were done before it happened. So no matter what happened, I'm standing on what I said, even if it worked. No, you were still stupid. That was a crazy decision. You got lucky it worked out of your favor. For example, for example, Justin Fields on the punt team was a stupid decision, even if it would have worked.
Yeah, that was dumb because he ain't got in the game all game, and now he come in on y'all about to punt, and y'all think we finna go that. Okay, he just gonna come in and block for the punt. Nah, come on now.
You got
Out
your
of all
backup.
people, you're not gonna put no running quarterback out there to block for no punt.
Even if he wasn't, bro, you got the backup quarterback as the personal protector on the punt team. What?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's
What?
who gonna fall for that? Out of all people, you gonna put your backup quarterback out there to protect? No.
Kirby, that was goofy, Kirby. What was you thinking?
Now I will say this now. Had he put him in a couple punts before and let him actually fake block or whatever, then maybe when we seen him in that point in the game, we'd have been like, oh, he might be blocking for real. Cause he done got in on two other punts to block for whatever reason. It's dumb that he got his quarterback doing it. But the fact that he done did it a couple times before, then maybe it's a regular punt and it might would have worked.
That's exactly right. Because on a regular punt, it's an offensive lineman standing right there. Now all of a sudden you done went from this backup offensive lineman standing here to a skill player, period. That's automatically gonna send a
Exactly.
red flags. Then it's
Exactly.
Justin
That's what I'm
Fields
saying.
on top.
Now, if he would have put a skill player right there, you know what I'm saying, a couple punts before, because that wasn't the first punt in the game. So if he did it a couple punts before, then maybe we wouldn't have thought so hard into it. Maybe he could even switch it up and put a receiver right there, then put a cornerback right there, or a safety right there, and then put the quarterback. Now we probably be like, okay, he's just trying out different people to see who gonna
Maybe,
block it the best. But
maybe. See,
to do what he did then, yeah, that was just stupid.
you know what I'm saying? That go back to
He might as
decision
well
making.
had just called over there and told Nick Saban, "Hey Nick, this is a fake punt right here. We finna see if it'll work though."
I mean, if you gonna do that, bro, just go for it. Don't even line up for the punt. Just straight up go for
Yeah, and should have did that.
it. It would have been a better play call than what they did. But anyway, that's besides the point, man. You know, it's
Yeah, we got another big game coming up. You ain't call it. It's a night game. You know, certain teams they like when they play at night.
I feel you, man. Number 20 USC on the road to number 13 Notre Dame, man. The 7:30 kickoff.
Oh boy, definitely not the team I'm talking about. But if you want to say the best for last, we can do that too. We can do that too.
Hey, we should have did this live, bro, so that everybody could see your face. Just did.
Hey, oh man, but yeah, that's gonna be a good one though. Notre Dame, USC. Uh, I ain't too impressed with Notre Dame this year. I really feel like they be overhyping them boys. To be honest with you, um,
I, I feel like Notre
USC. Go ahead.
I feel like Notre Dame done figured it out though. Like they quarterback I want to say he a true freshman, but
Carr.
like yeah, but he done from the first game I seen him to like watching a little bit of the game. You know what I'm saying? The last couple weeks,
Yeah.
nah, he might be ready now. He might be ready. I don't think he ready early in the season. Like he still look like I'm a freshman. I don't know what to do. My eyes is big. Eyes ain't that big no more.
I mean, it's still early in the season. Everybody can't be like that freshman duo we had in Atlanta, that championship game. Neither one of them boys look like freshmen in there. They look like they've been doing it.
Cause they weren't freshmen. But anyway,
Yeah, they were.
they wasn't. But
That
neither
was that was
neither here
that,
nor there. Neither here nor there.
they was freshmen. But yeah. I don't know, man. USC they look pretty decent, man. They got a good running back. They got a pretty straight running back. I can't tell you too much about them because I ain't paid them no attention. I just watched a little bit of the game last week when I forgot who it was they went and beat last week.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It don't really matter.
but
It don't
that
matter.
yeah,
It don't matter.
it don't. Uh, I don't know, man. This game could go either way, really. I ain't sold on neither team. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's gonna be a good game though.
I feel. But all right, man, we get to the game, man. Tennessee at Alabama, the 3rd September and October. I like Tennessee. Yup. I like Joey Aguilar and
No, you don't.
Brazil.
No, you don't.
I know I like their offense to put up points.
I mean, any offense can score. And then too many teams that we held to straight 0 points. You know what I'm saying? Now it is certain teams that we outscored. A lot of them. Actually, we put that defense on them and outscored them. So yeah, they might could put up points, but is it gonna be enough points?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
It's gonna be a shootout though. I'm taking Alabama
I
because they
don't
at
think
home.
so.
I do.
I don't think it's gonna be a shootout.
I do. Cause I think they're
I
gonna pick
think.
on Demani.
Let me say what is your definition of a shootout? Like score wise, how many points each?
Both teams score at least 30.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you think it's gonna be? You think both teams gonna score 30?
Mm-hmm. I know I'm recording, son. I'm recording. But yeah,
Both teams gonna score 30. I don't know, man. I don't see Tennessee putting up 30 on our defense, man.
I
Which
do.
they might do try to pick on Kamani, but he ain't been having a lockdown year like last year.
Because he
You know,
not
it been
like
some
that.
plays.
But
It
anyway,
been some plays that got away from him. But I don't know, man, cause we gotta for that which is tricky. I think he might have some help from the safety over the top on Brazil, but we got a 5 star well, he is a 5 star uh true freshman though. Cornerback and Dijon Lee, they're standing about 6'5",
nah, he like
which
six
is
three,
it
6'4".
6'3"?
I don't know.
Okay,
He tall. He gonna have to play too. He gonna have to play.
he tall. He the tallest cornerback we got. I think he like 6'5". He might not be quite 6'5". It's somewhere between 6'3" and 6'5". He tall. You know what I'm saying? As far as the height matchup, I feel like they might try to put him on him. But again, he is a true freshman, so he gonna need some help over the top. So I don't know. But
I don't know, man. I like it
Kamani
though.
might
I like it.
J- Jackson might Damani he might have a great game this game though. You never know. He
That's
got a
true.
tall task ahead on him.
I know
At
they
least
gonna
against
target him
him.
though. They definitely gonna target, but they gonna target all up. Cause that's just what Tennessee do. They gonna throw the ball. But like
Yeah.
I say, I think it's gonna be a shootout. I'm taking Alabama because they at home. Like it's hard to go against the home team. But I just want it to be a good game, man. To be honest with you,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a good game. I don't know. It's also we got the little revenge factor. Them boys already been talking about how they been ready for this game here. Uh, I don't know, man. We went to Tennessee last year and lost the game by 7. And really had a chance to tie the game, but late in the game, like a minute or something left, Jalen Miro threw a pick, and that pretty much sealed the game. But I feel like we better on offense this year because we actually got a quarterback who can really throw the ball around. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Jalen Miro couldn't throw the ball, he just wasn't consistent enough. But the quarterback we got now is consistent enough. But I can also say we had more of a run game with the quarterback, not even just the running back. We had more of a running game back then, last year than we do this year. But in shootouts, it ain't even about running the ball. It's about slinging them all across the field. And we got a quarterback who can sling it across the field. So if
not
if
a
they if T- if Tennessee defense on that back end is as bad as they trying to make it seem, then Ty Sampson finna have a field day. I'm gonna say that. But again, they said the same thing about Vanderbilt. Uh, Back end of the defense, and we didn't just run up the score on Vanderbilt. They said the same thing about Missouri. If we can get Missouri cornerbacks on the island, we'll have a field day. We didn't exactly run them out. I mean, run up the score on them either. So I don't know.
yeah. Well, what Tennessee was dealing with though, they starting two corners was out at the beginning of the season. I think one of them is back and the other one gone for the year. But I can't remember exactly how it is. But I think one of them came back. But everybody dealing with injuries. You have to, adjust. Next man up. You know how it go.
Yeah, yeah.
But with
I
that
mean, I don't
being
know, man.
said,
It's just gonna be basically like I said, the same thing against Georgia. If Ty Simpson got time to stand back there, then yeah, it's gonna be a long day for Tennessee. But
absolutely.
however, if they're able to get pressure on him, then maybe the damage won't be as bad.
Yeah, man. I feel you on that. But let me go, man. My son's here. I'm gonna try to get this thing go. Um, anything you want to say to the folks, man, before we sign it off?
Nah, man, all I gotta say is roll tide, man. You know what time it is. It's game day. Ready to start watching some football, man.
Man, go dogs, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Georgia by 100.
Ah.
Y'all ready? Clap pad, snapbacks, Endzone Views, big hits, big dreams, can't lose. Chain gang marching, them boys in the trenches, Gradure gladiators stacking up defenses. Hail Mary visions, co cooking up schemes. Every Friday night we chasing them dreams. Stadium roaring, the crowd too loud. Cleats cut the turf, hands up in the clouds. Flags fly, rest whistle, tension thick. Game clock ticking, better move quick. Endzone View, where legends are made. Fingers to the sky, the anthem.
pocket, ice veins in his stare. Cornerbacks lurking, but he don't care. Downfield missile spirals like a dart. Receiver snacks glory, that's pure heart. Tailgate smoke, ribs on the grill. Southern boys cooking up their winning wheel. Marching band horn